group of paranormal explorers, our dedicated team travelled all over the UK in search of answers. Answers to the question, is there really life after death?
Did you hear that?
Join us on our mission to discover the truth. We arrived at the castle around 10 PM, investigating were Becky and myself. We made our way up the stairs to the first floor and into the Great Hall. Straight away we started hearing strange noises. We had experienced quite a bit of activity in the little storeroom overlooking the hall on our last visit, so we decided this would be a good place to start our investigation. We made our way up the little narrow stone staircase to the small storeroom, and we sat down and started the investigation. Almost instantly we heard some unexplained sounds. If there's anybody here in this castle with us, could you please make a sound? Use your voice to speak to us. Can you let us know that you're here? God, what is that? What can you hear? If that's you using your voice, can you please make it louder for us, so we know that it's you? Please, we mean you no harm. My name's Lorraine.
My name's Becky.
We're here to say hello. Can you say hello to us? Can you make a knock or tapping sound for us? Can you do this? Can you copy me? Can you do that? Don't know why I can't stop shaking. I'm not cold, I'm really hot. What was that behind you? Did you hear that? Did you not hear that?
Was it like a little bird?
Yeah. That was behind you. What was that behind you? What was that behind you? What was that behind you? That was behind you. What was that? Can't you hear like a... Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was on about earlier.
It's like someone's crying. That was behind you again, wasn't it? Can you tell where it's coming from?
It does sound like it's just right behind me.
What was that?
Was that the same thing by you?
I know. At this point, we thought it would be a good idea to set up a camera to capture both of us, to show it was not us making the knocking sounds we were hearing. Is that you? If that's you making that knocking sound, can you do this instead? 3 times like that. Can you do that? Please, we mean you no harm. Just keeps moving. We'd both just heard a really horrible, deep growling sound. We weren't sure where it was coming from, but it was definitely from somewhere close to us. Can you do those taps again for me? Can you do this for me, please? For a while now, we'd been hearing faint music. It wasn't anything paranormal, it was just coming from one of the houses near to the castle. We'd hardly been able to hear it before, but now it seemed to be getting slightly louder. So from this point on, we had to make sure we could tell the difference between an unexplainable sound and the music. Immediately after you hear Becky's camera switching off, my camera picked up an unexplained sound, followed by more knocking sounds.
Plus you making those sounds, could you do it a bit closer to us so we know it's you? If it's you we can hear tapping, could you do it a bit louder?
That was the loudest knock we had heard so far, and it did seem to respond to Becky when she asked for it to be louder. We sat in almost disbelief and pretty much unable to speak, and as I was about to speak again, there was another really loud knock. It's really hard to know if it's the music. I was beginning to feel increasingly uneasy in this room, and it was making me feel physically sick. I decided it would be a good time to move to another part of the castle. Not only this, the music from the party seemed even louder than before, and so by moving we thought it might help. We made our way back down the little staircase and back out into the Great Hall. Once there, we decided to continue the investigation in one of the rooms off of the hall, known as the Buttery. There's a room in here. If you want to live here, can you please let us know that you're still here? Can you use your voice to speak to us? What's that?
Those knocks again.
What's that? What's that? What's that? Whoever, or whatever, was making the knocking sounds upstairs in the small room, had now followed us down to this room. It's behind you. Yeah. And again, it keeps it's centering around you. It was upstairs. Come on, we don't know that's you if you're making those noises. Can you use your voice to speak to us? That... Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? What was that? Can you let us know that you're still here? Please try really hard, use your voice. It's always sounding like it's coming from near you. Can you throw something into the room for us? Can you pick up a stone and throw it into the room? Can you do that? Let us know that you're here. Oops. That was you. Could you do that again, please? Those 2 tabs. Could you do them again for me? What did you hear? Yeah. That noise we had heard coming from the hall had really unsettled us. The whole atmosphere had changed, and it felt heavy and oppressive. Also, the knocks that we were hearing, although seemed to be the same, sounded different. The ones we had heard upstairs in the storeroom seemed to sound like they were being made on stone, whereas the ones we were hearing now in the buttery seemed to sound like they were being made on wood. That was absolutely horrible, whatever that was just then.
Yeah.
What's that taps again? 2.
If it was you that was tapping there, me, can you do it a bit closer to our green light?
Tapping again. Where do you think the tapping's coming from? Maybe you should hold this.
I don't know, it sounded quiet.
I know there's a draft and there's a wind, but I keep getting a real sudden, real cold chill. And it's not from the draft, it's just...
No, because it's not cold at all.
No. Please, can you walk towards our green light my friend's holding? If you do, that will change colour. Can you walk towards it? Yeah.
Good smoke.
It's smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it keep happening next to you? And it's blatantly obvious not you because you've got your hands full. It's freezing all of a sudden again, isn't it?
It's really hot just there. I can't go.
Did you hear that?
What was a bang?
Coming from out there. I'm braving it up a little. Please, can you use your voice to speak to us? Tell us your name.
What?
Something just whispered in my ear. It sounded like something whispering in my ear. That was
Oh my
horrible. I'll move. I can't move. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Can't move. I just can't move my feet.
Okay.
Horrible. Badly now. I've never been this scared.
I'm really cold again now.
If that was you that whispered in my ear, can you say it loud so everyone can hear? Don't. This building is made of stone, right? It doesn't creak or crack. It's stone. Why does it keep on constantly... Look at the other camera. There's too much happening not to carry on filming. Yeah. I'm too scared at the moment. I switched over cameras as the tape had run out on mine. I also set up a laser grid to see if we could capture anything. Can you walk into this room for us? Can you walk into our green lights? That's me. Obviously. Just to make sure it works. It's got really cold again.
Yeah, I just think it. It's one extreme to the next.
I know. They've stopped tapping now. The taps have stopped. Oh my god. Why did I have to say that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why did I have to say that? Why the minute I say it, they started again? Is that you tapping again? If it is, stop tapping and can you please tell us your name? I mean, you no harm, we just want to know who you are. Please tell us your name. That bird's got a lot to say for itself. Please, we mean you no harm. Instead of tapping, could you please use your voice? That was loud. Really loud. That was loud. That was loud. That was loud. Really loud. Maybe they can't use their voice. That's why they keep tapping in response. Okay, maybe you can't use your voice. That's fine then if you keep tapping. Please, we need to know if you're still with us. They have to be loud so we can hear them. Are you still with us? Twice for yes. I can hear taps, but they're not clear enough. We can hear taps, but we're not clear if that's you. Can you make them louder for us, please? Oh, that was right by me. Did you hear that? That's over there now. 2 taps. Is that you? Can you make them louder for us, please? Was that you? Can you knock twice loudly for me? What was that? What was that? It doesn't feel as bad as it did just now. The atmosphere feels, I don't know, it just doesn't feel so terrifying.
No, I know what you mean. You have still lucid.
Yeah. That tapping, we're not really getting much, are we?
Not really, no.
I wonder if my camera picked up that whisper in my ear.
No, I hope so.
I hope so too. It was so low though. I could feel it more than hear it. You know what I mean? That was scary though. But obviously they can use their voice then.
Oh, yeah,
Unless it's someone different.
it could be.
It just sounds really quiet now. It was getting really late, so we decided to call it a night. We had experienced quite a lot of activity, and we knew we had to return. But was this activity paranormal, or did it have a reasonable explanation? We'll leave it up to you to decide. What's that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.